Hello. My presence has been very scattered of late. In fact, I haven't done a video in I don't know how long. I've been utterly exhausted, as you can tell by looking at my face. But that's getting better. I realized about 3 weeks ago that I have undealt with anger issues. And though I still don't know where all of them are coming from, I did discover very, very recently, like in the past couple of days, what some of them are. As some of those who know me know, I was watching a friend of mine's little girl, and on occasionally the little boy. The boy is 2 years old, I think 4 or 5 or 6 weeks older than my own son. But every time he'd come over here, he'd cry. He didn't want to play and yada, yada, yada. And over time, I was getting more and more angry that the child didn't want to be here, didn't want to do anything, didn't want to talk, didn't want to listen, didn't want to do anything. And not last weekend, but the weekend before that, the father was watching him that Saturday, and he knocked on my door at 8:30 at night. Bedtime is at 8. Okay, that's when I get my children down to bed. Once they're asleep, I then do my evening meditations. So at 8:30, he's getting us all up. And he told me some story about how there was poison in his house and he couldn't keep his son. And to me, if you are a proper father and there's poison in the house, then you take your child somewhere for the night and you go back in the next morning and see if it's okay. You are taking care of your child. That wasn't what he wanted to do. So I finally said, okay, fine, bring him. Leave him here. And, didn't say anything, but I was going to, I called his mother afterwards. But he goes over to his truck. The door is locked. He tells his son to press the button, and eventually his son pressed the window button. And the father reached in, unlocked the door, threw the door open, and the son literally falls out of the truck. I saw him parallel to the ground underneath the door. He almost hit the ground when his father swooped down and picked him up. Okay? Somebody who has anger issues doesn't deal with that form of neglect well at all. So I took the kid from him and his bag and told him good night in a not so nice way and slammed the door with him still there. And then I called the mother, let her know what happened. And I told her to just leave him here because I knew she had no other options. And things came to a head with the little boy a couple of days ago because he wouldn't do anything. And the progress I'd made with him prior to that was all gone. Literally, he was down. He's 2 years old. He's going to be 3 in December. And the only words he is managing to say is eat, drink, and done at 2. And, he wants to do the whole pointing and grunting thing and smile really cutely to get his way and that sort of thing. And, I realized he isn't getting what he needs developmentally from anyone in his circle. And yes, I'm going to get to the spiritual stuff here soon. Okay. But this is a culmination of the anger. He is 2 years old. He's not where he should be. the child I've been watching, I just started doing schooling work with her, and I was getting seriously frustrated because she's not putting in the effort either. But she's got learning disabilities, and nobody has been working with her to overcome those disabilities. And I kid you not, when I hit the roof that day. I seriously hit the roof. And that was the last day I watched them. The amount of anger in me over that, the kids not getting what they needed, I couldn't handle it. And, this was, I think, 3 or 4 days ago. I don't even remember the day now, but like I said, I'm still working through the fatigue stuff. I've just been so drained. What I finally realized is, one, I'm a light worker, and on a soul level, the boy senses that. You know, a 2-year-old, by, you know, the human in him would not, but the soul senses that. And therefore, I am not the influence he needs to carry out his life purpose. And herein lies the issues that I've been having with all of this. I care too much. I do. And that's also part of the problem. Okay. My job, from this point on, is to be the balance. I'm not supposed to be expressing my emotions outwardly. I can feel them, but I'm not supposed to be expressing them. So, sorry. That's what's making this period of time so difficult on me and so draining. I have to work through all the emotions that I have, especially the negative ones. I have realized that the darkness within the child is what's causing him to not want to be here. That's why he needs to be watched by his father, so he stays within that realm. Because that darkness within him is what's going to cause his mother to finally wake up and heal. I've been telling her all along, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And she doesn't listen at all. And I've been forced to accept the truth. That she isn't done hurting yet.
Mom!
That's painful. That is so painful.
Mom!
I love her like a sister. But obviously, I also have some healing to do. So that I will be able to allow people to experience the pain that they need to force the healing within themselves. Or I'm going to fight too hard. Like I've been doing. So yeah, I still have a whole bunch of growing to do. A whole bunch of growing to do. I keep being shown this image. And I think it's from The Mist of Avalon.
Mom!
The movie, not the book. I haven't actually read the book yet. Where there's a druid standing between a stag and a human with arms out like that. Because the purpose of the druid is to maintain balance. And yes, right now there's way too much negative in this world. And that's why I'm here on the side of light this time. To help swing the balance back into this world. Back towards the middle. To overcome some of that darkness that's out there. And that's why the kid can't be around me. That's why I'm so triggered by him. It's very sad, but very true. We have ants in the house, and my child just saw some. But yeah, it's not been a very easy run this past month, this especially, as all this stuff is starting to become clear to me. The druid is my path. Balance is my goal. And I'm learning a whole lot about myself as I'm on this journey.
Here, Mommy.
Which is the point of the journey.
Here, Mommy. How did you sing
the point is never to reach the goal.
Mommy, what's wrong?
The journey is the point. The journey is the lesson. So many people are trying to evade the journey because it's so hard. There's a reason duality exists. You cannot have light without dark. It is impossible. You have to have both. They each cause each other growth. Look at nature. Plants can only have a certain number of hours of sunlight before they need darkness. Plants must have both. Humans must have both. Animals must have both. Through duality is growth. Through duality is strength.
Don't jump it!
Balance will be regained on this world. Much as the darkness tries to say it won't be, it will be. Okay? And there will be much healing as a result of returning to balance. We'll all get there. But some will take longer than others. Some will have to endure more pain than others. But we'll get there. Cling to the positive emotions. They will help you through. They will give you the strength. They will give you the will.
Jumping? No jumping on.
I have no idea how much longer it's going to take me to get through all this anger stuff. I don't even fully understand where it all comes from. I just figured out the one nugget, right? I figured out why the boy and I could not get along. But there's more in there. There's more in me on the anger side. I know overarching what it is. I don't know why it is. And I can't address it until I know the why.
I found it!
But I think on a soul level, I needed to deal with the issue with the little boy first. Because that's closer to my heart. As he's present in my life. And I needed to get that pain out. I'm still working on it.
Hey, Charlie!
We'll get there. It's a fight, but we'll get there. Okay? We're all at different stages on this path. To whatever our destination is, it doesn't matter. We all live within the web. We all have our own little strands within that web. Think of it that way. And those strands intersect periodically. Sometimes run parallel, sometimes run against each other. This is life. And this is why it's so complex. Most people would think of a web in a two-dimensional sense, like a spider. But the web of destiny, the web of weird, is much more complex. It's a very interesting subject, which I often glaze over when I try to learn about it. It's still very interesting. But I am still progressing on my runes. My nightly meditations are now on the runes themselves, communicating with them to figure out what they want me to know about what their meanings are and such. And that's how I was able to figure out the balance stuff, because I've only done the first tier so far, the first 8. And a common theme I'm getting from them is balance. Right? Because that's my path, to get that balance. That's what I'm supposed to be helping others do. Get that balance. I don't know if this video is going to help anybody out on any of this stuff or not. I can only share my personal experience and how I'm dealing with it. Some of it's easy, some of it's not. But I do understand that I chose this path before I came here. And what I'm learning about this path is... one, only a crazy person would choose this path. Really? And only a truly strong person would choose this path. Yes, it is helping me acknowledge my strength. And it's also part of the point. And that's why I have to go through this pain. It takes a truly strong person to stand in the in-between. To know when it's time to be the force of good. And to know that it's time to be the bad guy. In this life, I don't want to be the bad guy. But there may come a time in the future when being the bad guy is required to regain balance. I hope that time doesn't come, but it may. And that will be my job. Because that's the point of nature. To live in harmony with itself. And we are not in harmony. And when we're not in harmony, things need to happen to get back into harmony. Okay?
Charlie!
That's why I'm here. That's why others like me are here. We're working. We're doing our job.
Hey, you!
Okay? We are.
Charlie!
Have faith. Everything will be fine. Just work on yourself. Just work on yourself one day at a time. Alright? I love you guys.
Bye-bye.